What fucked up thing did you do as a kid? Pooped my pants when I was like 5. Didn't want to tell anyone, so I dropped it in the heater duct in my room. House got sold and we moved away not long after, unrelated. I was absolutely terrible to the first man my mom dated after she and my father split. Really terrible. I once told the man, in the middle of dinner and apropos of nothing, that I hated him and hoped he died in a car wreck on the way home. Said calmly, with a straight face. That man did nothing wrong, was always good to me. I still feel terrible about it more than 20 years later. When I was 5 I had hair down to my ass. I was tired of my mom brushing it so I cut it all off and peed on it in a bucket. On 1991, after seeing Mike Tyson getting arrested on the news, I asked my dad what rape was, and he told me it meant hurting a girl. So you can picture 7 to 8-year-old me, running to the teacher to say stuff like, "Teacher, come. Jack, John and George are raping Molly on the playground," or threatening my classmates with rape if they were annoying me, boys included, 'cause I thought this way I was also insulting them by calling them girls. Edit. The final straw for the teacher was when 2 kids on my classroom were fighting and I teased one of them with a sarcastic tone, "Oh poor you don't like getting raped?" The teacher ran towards me, like, "What did you just say?" So I explained to her, still teasing him, "Well, Miss Sarah, he's like a girl, so we rape him instead of hitting him." I helped a Jewish kid steal a Christmas tree. He complained his family never had a Christmas tree. My cousin and I were like 7-ish or so and playing upstairs in a room by ourselves. My aunt left her sewing machine in there ready to go. We were fascinated by how fast the needle moved up and down when we stepped on the foot pedal. Then we had the idea to see who could get their finger out of the way before the needle started moving. He went. Safe. I went. Safe. He went. Blood shot out and screaming commenced. My friends and I were out riding out bikes and saw a dead squirrel in the road. Kid Logic said picking that carcass up with some sticks, carrying it to a random front step and doing a ding-ding ditch was a good idea. About a week later we notice a for sale sign in that house. To this day I'm suspicious this poor family thought they were being targeted by some sociopath and noped the duck out of there. Threw 2 big bags of hamster bedding through my fan and acted like a news forecaster and acted like it was snowing and parents woke up to my room being covered in over an inch of bedding. Needless to say I didn't own the hamster anymore. My stepmom was abusive to me, so when she'd fall asleep I'd say mean things to her hoping she'd hear it in her dreams. More stupid than ducked up. My older brother pissed me off so I pissed in a super soaker. Looked at naked girls my own age because I thought that was what you were supposed to do. I made my brother and his friends a jug of Kool-Aid with water from the toilet. One time I peed in my cousin's ear from the top bunk. When I was in 2nd grade I said my teacher was stabbing kids with pencils. The others were brought in one at a time and questioned. This did not happen and I remember the teacher fondly and have no idea why I did it. I had a notebook that I proceeded to fill with drawings. Each page was a scene like a comic book. It told the pictorial story of a woman getting pregnant and giving birth with graphic detail according to my 7-year-old understanding of how birth worked. I used to have a couple bullies in the 1st grade. One day they decided it would be a good idea to strap me to a bench and strip me, so you know what I did? I shit my pants right then and there. They never bothered me again. I took a dump in a plastic bag and hid it in my closet for reasons. Also used to stick my wang out between the curtains of my bedroom window after bedtime when I first started getting boners because the risk of being seen was thrilling. I lived on a busy street. Guess I was a born exhibitionist. I tried to poison my mom's boyfriend. I was probably around 11. I had one of those science kits from the Scholastic Book Fair. I took the citric acid and dumped the whole container into his drink. He sipped it and just said, "This tastes like shit," and dumped it out lol. I don't know if it would be considered ducked up, but my brother and I made homemade Dartstrom push pins, the pins used to hold dress shirts at stores, and would throw them at each other. They would stick in our skin and wiggle and we would laugh our asses off. When I was around 7 I shit in a cup and gave it to my brother, who was in high school, to eat it and told him it was chocolate popcorn. Long story short, he did not eat it. My friend and I ripped and stole pages out of a neighbor's Cosmo that had pictures of boobs. I think it might have been for breast self-exams. We were 10-year-old girls at the time and got totally busted by my parents. That same friend and I got into a different neighbor's trash bags after Thanksgiving and decided to sample some of their leftovers. What the actual duck? Kids are so strange. When I was in first grade, a girl wouldn't let me in her club. So the next morning our teacher took away her sunglasses because she was wearing them during class. During recess I snuck into the classroom and placed the sunglasses in the girl's desk. Then I told the teacher when we got back that I saw her take her sunglasses back during recess. My teacher believed me, the girl denied it. The teacher pushed down her desk and the sunglasses were there. She got in trouble for not only stealing but for lying about it. No one ever found out it was me all along. And that is just one story of why I am going to hell. My parents used to peel apples because kids can have trouble swallowing and chewing the skin. I was upset I wasn't allowed it, and when they weren't looking I took the skin out of the garbage and ate it. I kind of relate to the Queen song. I had an Annie with an enormous ass and I snuggled up to it regularly and she apparently saw nothing wrong with it. Who knows, maybe it was her idea. I was too young to really pay attention. Anyway, I like butts as an adult, go figure. I would hold my foreskin closed and then pee till it filled up, then let go a piss explosion all over the bathroom. Edit, god damn it, really didn't want this to be my highest rated comment. I pooed on the floor then smudged it all onto my little sister's doll. My friend and I hid underneath the desk during a fire drill in 2nd grade. We both got an F for conduct that day. My mom was pissed. I was pretty young when this happened, maybe 13 years old. I was in a hot tub with my friends and I thought I had to fart. It was not a fart. Pooped in my bathing suit, so I casually grabbed it with my hand and while no one was looking I dropped it behind the hot tub. When I was 8, I stole my father's nickel collection and spent it on penny candy. As a teenager I used to stick my dick in the bath drain while the water drained out. You know, for the suction feeling. Edit, for those asking how, upward facing dog yoga pose. Edit 2, to answer a few more questions, no, I didn't contract any diseases. The length of my member is average length in its solid state. There was a grate in the hole, so my dick didn't actually go down the drain. The vortex of the draining water created the suck. From what a couple of plumber redditors have noted, what I did was ducking gross. I put countless rocks on the train tracks in hopes of derailing it. Filled a super soaker with rubbing alcohol and sprayed fire. I would make animal tails out of paper, tape them to my butt, then pretend I was said animal and run around on all fours, making animal noises. I did not turn out to be a furry, however. Once when pretending to be a ring-tailed lemur I pranced straight into a closed glass patio door. Maybe that smacked the furry out of me. I stole my dead maternal grandmother's $30,000 engagement ring and lost it on the playground when I was 6 years old while my parents were losing the house. I liked holding shiny things and I forgot about it. We were basically almost homeless because of what I did. Dark thoughts.